In our last video, we saw truth tables for and statements, we saw truth tables for or statements, and we saw truth tables for negations. Now we're going to take those different kinds of statements and those different kinds of compound statements, and we're going to put them together to see what a truth table looks like for something that's a little more complicated. So here, if we want to create a truth table for the negation of P and Q, then what we can do is we can build out this truth table for all of the values of P and Q that we could have. So for P, for every combination of truth values that we could have for P and Q. So we could have both of them being true. The first is true and the second is false. The first is false, the second is true, or both of them being false. So we can do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work inside the parenthesis first. And so I'm going to just identify the truth value of P and Q. And so our truth value of P and Q, we saw for a conjunction for the and statements. These will only be true if both P and Q are true. And so here we have, if we look to the left, we see they are only both true right here. And so this column is going to have a truth value of T here. And then for the other three, they will all be false. So that gives us the truth value of the stuff inside the parentheses. Now we haven't finished this because now we need to put this all together and we need to say, all right, so what if we were to negate whatever the truth value of the stuff inside the parentheses is? So for negating the truth value of the stuff inside the parentheses, we're not looking back to the original columns. We're going to take the opposite truth value of whatever the P and Q column is. And so we're going to look right here. We're just going to write down the opposite value of those. Right? That's what this tells us to do. That's what the negation tells us to do. So we're going to negate those. And so we will have false, true, true, true. So that builds that truth table, and we are done with that. Right? That's how we go about building a truth table if we're trying to build the entire truth table. Now, it could be that we're not looking to build an entire truth table. We could have examples where they tell us a specific truth value for P and Q, and we don't need to build all of this. So let's look at this example here. Here we are told that let P represent a true statement. So the truth value of P is going to be true. Q and R, those are both going to be false statements. We are going to find the truth value of P and Q or R. Now that Q or R, that is going to be taken first. And so it's in parentheses. We're going to have to find the truth value of that before we do the conjunction with P. Right? But we're going to go ahead and build out this whole truth table. Well, not the whole truth table. This one row of the truth table. So for P, we know that P is true. Q, we know is false. And R, we also know is false. So we know the truth values of P, Q, and R. So we're just building out this one row, not the entirety of it. Let's now find the truth value of Q or R, the stuff inside the parentheses. And so remember, or statements, those will be false if both pieces are false. If either one of those two pieces is true, then it would be true. Since we're looking at Q or R, we're looking just at this portion of the truth table. And for that portion of the truth table, both Q and R are false, so Q or R is also going to be false. So that is the truth value of Q or R. But we're not done. Now we need to find the truth value of P and Q or R. So it's combining, it's taking the truth value of P, right? So the truth value of P combined with the truth value of Q or R. So we have the truth value here combined with the truth value here. And they're combined with this and statement. And so we have true and false. For a conjunction, that will only be true if both pieces are true. Since this piece was false, the conjunction of those two pieces is false. Good. So in our next video, we'll take a look at determining how many rows there are going to be in a truth table, and then we'll look at another larger, more complex example again. We will see you there.